Hey, did you hear that there's gonna be a Corvette SUV? Really? They're gonna tarnish the name of an American sports car legend and make it bubbly and fat? That sounds really stupid.
Imagine being that arrogant when you have the body composition of a wedding cake.
Okay, yeah, it does sound kind of dumb, I'm not gonna lie, but it makes sense when you see the history with Porsche and also Lamborghini out of all people. Why do people have to keep doing this to our sports cars? At least it's not the Mitsubishi Eclipse. I guess this is unavoidable at this point. Say that again, at least it's not the Mitsubishi Eclipse. The Corvette SUV is a reality that is most likely going to happen. And I know what you're thinking, why the f are they building a Corvette SUV? Well, it's really not as shocking as I think this would be about 10 years ago. Guys, before this video started, what do you think about the concept of a Corvette SUV? Put it down in the comment section below. I'm starting to laugh because I have a feeling that some of these comments are gonna be hilarious. So make sure to hit the like button, it really helps me out. Thanks, guys. If you were to tell me that a Corvette SUV was being in production about 5-10 years ago, I would tell you that you were absolutely crazy. But nowadays, with the trend of, oh wait, in order to sell the sports car, we'll go build an SUV version of the sports car. That'll be great. Where you take the IP of something really, really popular and you slap it on something else.
Write that down, write that down!
Even Ferrari is jumping on board to do a Ferrari SUV, but that's a little bit easier of an argument to kind of see because they did it with the Ferrari FF to make a wagon Ferrari. Super underrated car, in my opinion, when it comes to the supercar stuff. I think it's actually a really neat car. At the time, I thought it was weird and I didn't understand it, but now in hindsight, totally get it. They needed to sell a Ferrari that was more practical to sell cars. It makes sense. But for some context, why is GM building a Corvette SUV? Well, like I said earlier, it's a business model decision. Just like Porsche, when they were in trouble back in the early 2000s, I mean, they were in trouble, like financial trouble. Look, this is a very oversimplified version, is that they built the Cayenne. The Cayenne at the time was a weird decision to the world. We said, why are you doing this? You build 911s, you build other cars, what are you doing? Come to find out, it was ingenious. Come to find out, everybody bought them for their rich wives. Come to find out, you could drive a Porsche and not have to sacrifice a minivan. So by doing that, it helped Porsche's sales to build cooler stuff later down the road. I'd say it worked out for them. Then the Macan came along, did the exact same thing. And then there's, of course, the Mustang Mach-E on the other side of the spectrum when it comes to calling sporty cars SUVs. I was actually invited to kind of like a private unveiling of the Mach-E before it was revealed to the world that night, actually. It was a very, very small kind of press event with a whole bunch of different kinds of people. I was only one of 2 car people, I would say. They're getting opinions from all over the world of all different opinions, right? Like athletes and other demographics and Instagram models, whatever this is, hashtag no filter. People who saw it were like, oh wow, it's not that ugly. But my reaction as a long-term Mustang owner was, I like the car. Why'd you call it a Mustang? I thought the Mach-E was a great name, but they're selling pretty good. It's fine. I think we're all more used to it now. Things change. So now it's Corvette's turn, especially after the success of the Urus, which blew my mind. The RSQ8, I think, is the same car. In fact, my friend Cole has one with Urus wheels on it, which is hysterical. I actually prefer the Audi over the Lamborghini. I have driven both. The Lamborghini has the badge, has the cool body, has the fighter jet interior. I get it, it's neat. But anyway, personal preference. The Urus, with how expensive it is, I was actually shocked how many I see on the road. I see tons of Lamborghini Uruses on the road, kind of no matter what city I go to. So I can definitely see why Chevy is stepping up and building a Corvette SUV. So there is the why of building a Corvette SUV. Now, what's it gonna be like? Well, we're kind of going off mostly rumors. Here's what we pretty much know so far. The Corvette SUV is expected to start around 60 grand, but we also heard that about the C8 Corvette. That was supposed to be like 59K. That didn't happen, especially post pandemic, obviously, you know, when the world ended. So you always have to take prices at face value. I feel like nowadays you have to add plus 30 to like any MSRP now. That's anything cool. But the argument is, oh, with trims and options, it could probably get up to about $80,000, which is a lot of money. That's a lot of money. The other rumor is that it'll be in the same platform, underpinnings, kind of design structure as the CT5V Blackwing. I can never say that right. CT5-V Blackwing, which is an amazing car. It drives awesome. It's the send-off of gasoline Cadillacs. It's an amazing car. It drives incredible and it sounds incredible. But when it comes to the engine, that's what I'm really curious about, what they're gonna do to power this thing. So if it's a compact size, more like a crossover size, I could definitely see them using the twin turbo V6 out of the CT4V Blackwing. I could totally see that happening. But if it's more of like a full size, like a big one, I could definitely see them using, well, the Blackwing's engine. That'd be really cool. Supercharged V8, SUV, that would be something new. That'd be something fresh, right? You don't see a lot of that anymore. Like, I understand that the RSQ8 and the Urus use that twin turbo V8, which is an absolute beast. It's a similar one that you'd find in like the RS7, which I adore, the RS7. But I could definitely see them using the Blackwing's engine. Dude, imagine if they use the Z06 engine and you just see a howling Corvette SUV going down the road. Not gonna happen, but fun to think about. I think my favorite line about the Corvette SUV I've read during my research on this video is essentially what I said before even finding this article. This is from carbuzz.com. Chevy is turning the Corvette SUV for the same reason Apple decided to get into the phone business. Money. Well, yeah, they're a business. You gotta do what you gotta do. Makes sense. Oh, also, Lamborghini last year sold 5,367 Lamborghini Uruses. 5,000. Now, that doesn't sound like a lot compared to your Camrys, commuter cars, Honda Civics, that kind of stuff. That is so many cars for a price point that high. That is a lot, especially for like a boutique car. In comparison, CarBuzz reported that 3,866 Huracans and Aventadors combined sold, which makes sense. All while this is happening about the rumors of the Corvette SUV, there's also the EV Corvette being in development soon as well, which we can talk about more, but I think everyone on here kind of knows what to expect. That sounds awful. The engineers are obviously doing an amazing job probably, but we're just kind of like, yeah, we get it. It'll be fast. It'll have batteries. It's no Platycee though. The Corvette E-Ray, I feel like came and went. Almost no one talks about it. And the Corvette E-Ray is bananas fast. That thing is crazy fast. Yeah, it's kind of weird that they're not talking about that car more. But yeah, that's so far what we know about the Corvette SUV. Power-wise, it'll probably be around the Blackwing. That's gonna be my guess. What do you guys think the horsepower is going to be on the Corvette SUV? Put it down in the comment section below. Now on that note, David here from ThatDudeinBlue. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. I appreciate every single one of you, and I will see you guys next time. Take it easy. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.